Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Burn it down!
Oh, Tumini and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Oh, hey, Kochi, just so you know...
That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for... Yeah. Oh, the Collective of Plenty is holding...
Oh, so...
I'm good. But more pertinently...
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, all right?
Thank you both. That'll free me up to check the others.
Sure thing. Just leave it to...
Rise with the sun! All right.
What's this? Was there always a cave here? We should go take a... Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Why is it hiding away? Ah, you woke it up! Huh? It ran away. Oh, guess our reputation in Natlan is more fearsome than we thought. You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still. What is it? Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from? What do you mean? What hibernation? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat? So, how did that key show... Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if one of them's yours... Knew it! But anyway, now the simplest explanation is that if that's true... Yeah. Should we keep following this
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile.
Oh, hey, Eon-san, what's up? Didn't think we were actually just
I came here to let you know that you...
Wait, canceled?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first... It's like they're...
One little sect based on everything we've...
No clue. Our defenses are Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that they hear... Great!
Malika!
Oh? Ah, great timing, Eon-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for a recent victory over the Abyss?
Oh, seems unlikely.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time.
Yep. We have a whole...
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces for starters. However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we... Oh? In what way?
Yep, that's how...
I see. My goodness, that is... very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what her goal could be?
Safe to say, they're not ever since Paimon met...
I see. So you...
Well, yeah, that may be...
They certainly are. Although somehow just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Our reports say that the Abyss... If you don't plan on staying here with me...
I'll join you. Right now, the collective of...
Many thanks, you...
Look, it's Hilali!
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you...
How are things looking?
Oh,
dire? I heard we're being hit the hard...
so, that's how they earn...
They call themselves...
Hey! She's saying your sister is...
Wait, what? Are you saying... his sister is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because...
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got...
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And
You didn't have to say that last part out loud.
get to work!
I'm going in!
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley! Do your master's bidding! Transfiguration! Take your true form! Let's ride! Pyroclastic surge!
Phew. Much better. That's more like it.
Ooh, impressive!
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base?
Hey, was there a battle here just now?
The battle against the Abyss is... Well, morale's high and everyone's here.
Show no mercy!
Transfiguration! Take your true form!
Wrath from the sky!
Forward! Crush them!
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it! The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance!
Fulfill our pact! Suffer the wrath of Eastly!
Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
By ordinance divine!
Light of the blazing sun!
Warriors! Attack! After them!
Burn it down!
The flame burns on.
Everybody stand back! You two! Time to end them! Get to work! You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Night Wind!
Resist the abyss will pay the price! It's futile!
Fulfill our pact! Lolene, East Papa, get up!
Unleash!
Let's rock! Try and stop me! Light of the blazing sun!
Urging time! I will...
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
The Abyss Order's all bark and no
To be honest... Well, whatever.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. Maybe it's just me, but this time was...
Huh?
I'm not convinced. Don't forget.
So you're saying there's...
I'm saying we don't know what...
Paimon had a hunt, but you're right.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating what...
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Light it up!
And we're back. Let's look around for clues. There's no time. Ugh. We've scoured the entire... Are we supposed to... Huh. Seems...
Oh, thank goodness!
Oh, who are...
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't...
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, they're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
We're not. We're completely
But how? Ugh, there's no time.
What's wrong with that girl? Oh no! It looks like... Quick, let's see if she's okay. What's wrong? Are you hurt?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous. Huh? Oh, now you finally finally see them. Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior?
Rise with the sun! Huh? Bring it! Let engraved names echo!
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell. You just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Oh, really?
Sure. It's nothing. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands?
Well,
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around, you'll be safe from any... So, what was the deal with those...
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so...
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters? Don't worry. We aren't like that, but more importantly...
It's nothing serious.
Good idea! We'll take you.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up.
Yeah,
A small village. Maybe all these trials.
Huh.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, there was once a sage who passed through my village. The sage said that the day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother... I've heard people talk about the Savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression. So when I saw your golden...
Oh, well, the Travelers... What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender.
Oh, for goodness. Oh, of course.
Who? Who is it? You have a sister? Well, please, can you take me to see her?
Huh. Maybe.
Huh? But...
Sorry.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance. Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched. See? She was wrong, Deirdre. Something's clear.
Oh, how should I... The Traveler looks just like... And it's not every day that the Savior... So I'm just a little overwhelmed.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said it. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough. If you manage to find the Savior...
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden.
All right, then. Well, take care. What a mysterious girl. But hey, at least she seems to... Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find any...
Nothing substantial.
So I take it that the war's still on? That's okay. I just was... The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us. In a word, it's...
Huh.
I was wondering, Traveler. They've been working a pretty
Oh, but you're a...
Great. Thanks.
Wow, to my... You do? Then
Thank you for standing.
it's all good. Honest, nothing that would indicate it. There were even moments when they, out of an abundance of but they didn't sense anything on...
Huh. Interesting. Oh well. The more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Well, besides, as soon as everything...
Huh. Sounds like
Yeah. 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 Ah.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll show up soon.
Huh? It,
Hey, come on!
it's not the same thing at all. How can I not be nervous?
No one's here to check.
I'm so...
What Paimon guess? An autograph, right? That's easy. What?
No. But I am...
Ugh. Again with the shit.
Obviously, I never expect...
Ugh.
Hmm,
Okay.
not at all. We have...
As Paimon expected, nothing here either.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Nothing much. No, Paimon wants a lot.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting.
I'll have you know. What I meant to say is,
Yeah, that's right.
I sent.
Oh,
Hard to say. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with.
oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell. No wonder the shamans at Satura are called to the front line.
Ian-san, I think.
If that's the Council of Granny Eats in war,
Sure, but the Oh? Sure, what is it? Huh, you mean it could also be a
All right, we get it.
Hey, I was just thinking. Anyway, the short answer.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if
Hey, I'm not that old.
care to elaborate on what happened?
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? Sounds a little contrived.
huh? That's
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, but that's neither here nor there. What bothers me, that really makes me question. Sorry if that comes across as.
actually Paimon feels.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all but. At the very least, we should remain vigilant.
Sounds sensible. On that note,
Traveler, we still need some time to muster.
it's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Light it up! Rev the engines!
Here we are. Dear did. Oh, it's so quiet though. Uh-oh. What if Ian-san was right? Maybe she never. Traveler, watch out!
heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into it. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would—
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh. Wait. If you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, what?
He already saved my life.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh.
Whew.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdre. Guess that explains how you—
I tried so hard to hold back.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I was cooped up in that cave
You weren't in there that—
when I was young, and often. But my grandma would tell me, think of all the people in our village who spent, and so.
Is it kind of like how journeying with the traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
I really treasured the village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, that I could never bring myself to.
Yeah! Go you!
So I'm going to make my world bigger. Maybe then I'll find, who knows?
Yeah, one day.
I need to find the savior, and that's the most worthwhile thing I could think.
You know what? That's—
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters.
Where? Oh.
Can you see them now?
Paimon still can't see anything.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it! My will embodied! Take your true form! Let's ride! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate! Do your master's bidding! Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun!
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all— Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to this. You doing all right, Deirdre? Deirdre? Hey, it's okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You—
I was just.
all right?
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area.
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you Alright. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith?
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. And the birth of a savior.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You just look quite distressed, like I thought if I took your hand into... But it didn't seem to work on you.
Oh,
What? Don't be so... I have more
Self-control? Nope, you go ahead. But...
Oh, do I really...
Well, Deirdith, there should be enough food for 3 days.
Yeah, I can tell for 3 days will definitely be enough time for my...
Alright, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdith.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean...
That's a good point. How about this? When the time...
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
It's the Abyss... But it doesn't look like they're marching to war.
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monster. You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all.
What a weird... Well, might as well mow these... Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low.
So, there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around...
So... Oh... Paimon's getting a little... We gotta go! Bye for now!
See ya, and please take...
We ran into quite a big group.
The front line had...
Huh? But how?
No, relax.
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more...
No, we're still So at first, I was... But just now, one person. They wielded an unknown power. I'm only recounting what I heard, and assuming they're a new...
You don't need to sweat it, Ia. Honestly, with the Abyss Order... Gains...
All right.
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what you caused quite a stir.
It is my honor, Mr. Thank you for breaking this.
Please don't mind it.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects anyway. Since your old friend.
Sure thing. You probably Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little... Ugh, so we thought so... What do you think we should do? Paimon gets it. Wow. Okay. Well, actually... Oh, and there's more! She kept seeing monsters. She also said she was on... Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane? Wait, wasn't he... Oh, sounds like the people of... Ah, Paimon gets it. Still, that does... Sure.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Is that Dane and Janssen discussing? Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. We just got word from the Science after their front lines dissolved. The bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's all the location? The
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. And with any luck, maybe we'll find your...
Yep, our army... I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif.
You're gonna go on your own?
It's all right.
Huh? Shouldn't you be—
I admire his courage. And even if things don't go to plan, Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Looks like he— Oh, for a second there, Paimon— Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout? It's been so long, and if you get to meet your sister again—
Huh? Transfiguration! Obey! Bring it! Let's ride! Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle! Everybody stand back! All right. Hear the echoes of the valley! Wrath from the sky! My will embodied!
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with the Ansan. No one's backing down! They're fighting back with everything they have!
Peace be with you.
I always bounce back. Just walk correct.
Let's ride! Light of the blazing sun!
The power!
By ordinance divine! Let's ride!
Shall set you free. Door is opened unto you.
Transfiguration! Let's ride! Wrath from the sky! Bring it! Take your true form! Rise!
Dainsleif, relentless spectre that haunts us. The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it,
Light of the blazing sun!
don't call suffering.
Is this our fate? Let's light it up!
The world will fall.
Do your master's bidding! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
The abyss shall rise once again. Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
So, where's the Traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy. But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak? Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her high... For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled. Our Highness quietly and then used the loom of fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
What? Wait. Does this mean the... Oh no!
And all of my comrades that you...
Right! Yes, plus, if it was really...
Oh, you think back on the past few...
Hard to say. I don't think it had any... It's like...
Burn it down!
Give in to the embrace of the Abyss!
Everybody stand back!
And be baptized!
Take your true form!
Wrath from the sky!
All right, let engraved names echo!
Do you still not understand?
Rise with the sun!
Battle in vain! The Abyss Order's...
Pyroclastic surge!
My body is failing me! But I will not bring shame to the...
That should be all of them, right? Are you still thinking about what that...
"500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master. Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade. Be that as it may. Finally had enough. You weren't joking then, huh? Never in all my worst nightmares. All right, I believe you. What? Not a fan of... Indeed. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her, yet we still despair. Still. And besides... Oh, I'm sorry. I honestly can't. Look at me. But as for the... Even if without my history, I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So... You seem to remember. Is that so? The homeland hasn't. Think of Layla, the loom of fate. And so... Indeed. We up. What a shame. Precisely. For you possess a ring left. Of course. We had to obtain. Perhaps.
Burn it down!
It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
We're not from the same world, are we? Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking, although... I've already found my Savior. It's just... too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. So, Is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met? That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching. Huh? What is it?
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you. The Abyss Order made a full...
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked in. Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot. But looking a lot...
I think I got the...
Huh? You met your sister? And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well... Oh, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your sister accomplished? But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it. The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but during the war with the Abyss, Mawika believed so. The Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Luma. She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option. Name
Preservation?
You're not
with that in mind. However,
an additional condition.
no idea.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink. I trust the Lord of the Night unreserved. Don't you agree, Traveler? Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast. Huh?
Ian-san, this might be hard to
Traveler?
Light it up!
you feeling okay? We've been traveling all over lately, so maybe you come down with something. That's it. We're getting Baiju to check you over.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Rise with the sun!
Oh. Baiju isn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
But no cure for heartache.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome.
It's the Traveler. He looks absolute and he keeps spacing out.
Very peculiar.
Okay, Paimon does...
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse. Physically, you appear to be in good condition. Hence my concern. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But
Huh? What do you mean? No.
curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with. In the meantime, Changsha...
Oh, must be a rare condition. Well, all we can do is just get some rest. Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! What? So... Oh. But then again, you woke then? It's decided. Or...
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete.
Ah! What the... Wait, right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way.
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Hmm? Oh, of course! Coming right up. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. Ah, if I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things... Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But, yeah, and that thing she said about your soul... Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Childs told us...
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well...
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk.
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared?
Wait, hold on.
Oh, no,
I didn't...
We didn't.
You sure?
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucin...
Seeing things?
Oh. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember. Even Paimon was half Oh, this whole... Whoa, what are all these rift... Huh, looks like they're collecting something. Let's go check...
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let the mountain's veins boil! My will embodied! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah.
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call God remains. And it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast. Ugh. What are you doing?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were... she's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange setup. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. Now, can we please get...
Okay. Right. The God remains. So, basically, there's now, in our experience, God...
Maybe it's a good thing the remains aren't just gone. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. Something similar happened. Of course, God remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the Primal... Well, whatever. Time... Anyway, the important... Whoa!
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months.
Ajax? So, a month here...
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just now. We just need to figure out how to both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic abyssal power can grant a special... Okay, do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister. And that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, What was once a calamity is now just an... I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform...
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you. With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever...
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding, like I said, to play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial arts? Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, you're already a pretty good fighter. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly... So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With you... Last time something like this happened was probably... Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all...
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talent.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. You sparred with a bunch of...
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques to use the human body as an analogy. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If you need to do some introspection, only then will you get the full utility.
Wait, if Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some...
One day, you'll reach a new... There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, this is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
Yeah! will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength. Over.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real progress.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a—
Excuse me! You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that! It's very
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to— But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about—
I went diving, and I saw this huge— Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant—
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly.
Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said? I can't be the only one asking. I'm sick, but for now.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare
Why?
the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth,
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from Upper
Rest assured, sir.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife.
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist to prevent them from making some kind of last stand. We're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a big...
Well. Turns out some of these beasts, let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the...
Dad? Mom?
Skirk! You're alright! Thank heavens!
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad?
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the... My clever girl, so curious.
Whenever you miss us, remember.
Break down the door! You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night? Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets...
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These two form a keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, so I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply disappear. Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance at pace. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can!
Windblade! With the wind!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Disappear! Windblade!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
Go!
Faster! Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world. So be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements, long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make progress. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training.
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpassed first ourselves and then the rest of the world. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword.
But
so it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. After all, good Skirk. Once
cold.
These are signs that you each time the flesh is I now understand. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of you must learn. Get up, Skirk.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's so, what
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. But only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and advantageous decision in any given moment. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Go! Water jet! Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that and sleep well knowing that you've earned it.
Skirk is a...
She got...
Yeah, well, I heard Master suffer...
Incredible.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't...
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and become...
Run! Skirk!
Going around telling people, as the Conrian saying.
Well, I'm a visitor.
Ah, splendid. I know the pursuit of strength is... Ignore her existence for too long.
be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you. Of course you are. That's why. Ah, well, if you're around some.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Okay. It's Paimon's turn.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like... Okay, not the angle... I knew that was a possible side effect, even with the dream mirroring. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, no, I'm not from Teyvat. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well... Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. And once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you, best keep it a secret from her as well.
Time to go. Oh, headed?
Just follow me.
Light it up!
Wait. This is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed with caution.
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding. Oh, but,
All right. Remember.
Water jet! Bombs away!
Into the void!
Water jet! Yeah!
whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful! Don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this!
Water jet!
Mine to wield. Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty. Getting from that house. Let's press on.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his Ugh! This fog is making it impossible to see.
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is? Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case. Otherwise, you should have sensed it much more.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his... That's more like it. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear, whatever that actually means. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy so soon. Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back what you lost. I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own... You're desperate enough to scour the land for God, which leaves one possibility. You know my...
The foul! Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. It won't be for long. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But I no longer sense his presence. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, never let me—
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour it, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, he must have known my master. Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us. We have to help you—
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad.
Fair enough. Then take this.
What is—
A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to you.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the—
Show me your prescription.
Huh. This bag from Skirk has a— Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like— I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of—
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't—
Then, did you by chance—
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at—
I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait.
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work.
But your shoulder— Hey, don't just lick— whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, traveler. That comfy bed—
it.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run! Skirk! Run! Oh.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed...
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whew! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. No, I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime, then.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she... Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can call it fate, if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first... Oh, you noticed. This river strength accumulates over time, but as you can see, when all she sees reflected in...
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
The answer to one mystery. Let's follow the river upstream. I've always thought that, even like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as... Let's keep going.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. And piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of your past. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why would you do that?
I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus, pain dampens over time, and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
that is what Skirk's master, the Foul, Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sirology is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute, the power to crush all things. Shall we keep going? Let's see. We're about halfway there.
made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertology.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time.
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking.
I saved you because I have a plan. It has been too long since... So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master. From that day forward, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion. We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. It was a spaceship. When Skirk's parents, her relative, no one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not countless people cried out to her for help. Their lives were discarded like... If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life. Because she and her people were seen as the initial merchant ship. Further research revealed that, for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even... If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. No one wants to relive their most painful... Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill...
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And he is the best choice in this moment. Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses,
those discarded aspects of your past selves. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt.
And you think that means I should seek help?
Thank you for saying that. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like...
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. I know, and it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that, but he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Oh, you're... Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2... You're both okay.
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Okay, so, but whatever. Paimon brought back ton.
All right. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time.
Burn it down!
The fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that? Really? So, you're
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the...
Okay. Hope Nervalette isn't here this time, so it...
Yeah! Go!
Extinguished!
Wipe out!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Mine to wield.
The star showed me his crown.
Mine to wield.
Beyond this world.
Water jet! Go!
Hot power.
enough of my power? Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power, such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time when I was 10. But after his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether."
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger.
Are you sure? Wise indeed.
Disciple?
Nor I. You know as well as I that if all Vedifenir said was...
Sounds...
Of course. Only the most outstanding people.
Still self...
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea.
Your heart?
Because, of course,
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body... But that is not the path.
You're right. I should have known. I miss your Sir Telogi's... I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him. We're like mountain climbers.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides...
Oh?
Since you're his friend, first time we came here. But when you had to devote all your strength, it was the joy of a research...
Interesting. You're right.
Exactly. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, after which, all can... For that very reason...
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power. I won't... Sir Telogi once...
I can. But not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before. No longer, but it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sir Telogi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand it if we are climb.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnungur, will be my witness at the end of all things.
It's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. It's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved... Wow! You said today sure went by fast. It's night already.
Yes.
Great! Huh, it's...
I suppose it's because the false stars. It's not real. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches ever forward. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable.
Ugh. This is all going over Paimon's head. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's day. If it's too big a job for one person, we've met so many amazing...
I suppose when it comes to you... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I suppose fate will decide, regardless. Reunions, one without war, pay for this. We must all work to be— Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to put it to use.
Bye! Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue.